Welcome back to the new podcast, and we have two new guests. They are like brothers to us, also gym buddies. So, why don't you both introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm 28 years old. I live here in Ulm. I come from Ukraine and I've been living in Germany since the last 18 years. I'm happy to be here and discuss some productive thoughts.
I'm Giuseppe. I'm 26 years old. Thank you, boys, for this invitation to this podcast. I'm really happy to be here. And yes, I live in Ulm. We are all brothers, gym brothers, and we are here to talk for I don't know what, but will be nice.
Yeah.
And Giuseppe, where are you from?
I'm from Sicily, Italy.
Man,
I'm
I
here in
love
Germany.
Sicilia. I love
Yeah,
Sicilia.
Sicily is really cool. I'm here in Germany. This is my fifth year.
Fifth year. You've been for 5 years, so
Oh, yes.
yeah, makes sense, man. So, what brought you to Germany? Both of you. Alex, why don't you start?
Money.
Surely. Actually, I was 10 years old and my mother met a German guy via ICQ. You might know ICQ, it's very old. And then she just went to Germany and I stayed there. I waited until I was 12 and then I got over there to Germany just with my mother and started living there. In Ukraine, the situation was pretty rough at the moment. And yeah, it's the country of opportunities. Being here in Germany is, I think, a better place to get some hold.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
true. That's true.
Today, definitely we'll avoid to talking about politics, but
Oh, we will talk
Yeah.
about politics.
Oh.
Fuck you. We are gonna talk about a lot of things. So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So, Alex, what are your opinions on German culture? Because you are from Ukraine, and that's a totally different culture from where I see. Because I also had really close friends, and you are also one of them from Ukraine. So, what were your culture shocks when you moved to Germany?
I think the Germans are not that open-minded like the Eastern Europe people.
Hmm.
And I didn't expect to see so many people from other countries here, like especially the Turkish and the people from the south. You don't see it in Ukraine.
Hmm.
They are just Ukrainians, so I was not used to this diversity. But yeah, I'm loving it.
You are loving it. That's it. That's more important. What about you, Giuseppe?
For me, it was a little bit different because I came here from my choice. Also, I chose to came here. I only wanted to go far away from Sicily because at the moment I seen in Sicily I can have the possibility to grow up like I wanted. So I find in Germany a good place because I was a young man. You can make money, you can make a job and go farther with your university, with your things, and make money on the side. And with this money, I buy stuffs for music. And I came here only for this, only to buy stuff for music, only to make money for buy things. But with time, I see it's cool here. I had a cultural shock when I came here at the beginning, but was a really nice cultural shock because I came from a context where we are poor. You see everything is destroyed, houses destroyed, everything is dirty on the streets. A lot of dogs, no respect, no like jungle, you know. And when I came here, I see a different type of society because, like Alex said, the German people are a little bit closed minds, or maybe they want to be closed minds because I don't think they are really closed minds. They want to be closed minds. They want to be in this comfort zone with Wurst und Kartoffel und diese Sachen. They want to be. They don't want to go out, but at the same time, they gave the possibility to a lot of different people to came here. Like Alex said, I didn't expect to find here so a multicultural reality because in Sicily you have only Sicilian people and a lot of something others, but 90% are Sicilian people, and we are really close too with mentality because we are an island. We are the fucking shit of Italy, and it's a different type of life.
Man, in my experience, Sicily was amazing. I'm actually planning to go to Sicilia again this year. I will. And as I already talked with
Yeah.
you, probably I'll join you when you go
We
home.
have to go together.
Yeah, we have to go together, man. It's gonna be amazing.
Special person from the place. They know all the things.
I was actually traveling with a Sicilian girl there, so
Even
yeah,
better.
but even better. No, the thing is, yeah, like it's true that Germany is the place for opportunities. A lot of people come here to follow their dreams, but with dreams they can earn money. You know,
Yes.
so you can focus on your career, you can focus your dream, and on the side you can earn money to survive, which is a really good thing. And on the other side, I think yes, Germans are conservative. They are not close-minded, I would say. They're conservative. They want to stay in their own comfort zone. But in my experience, what my experience has been here is when you talk to them, they are really open to you. For them, I think they need to trust you first.
Yes, maybe it's this.
Because in Eastern Europe or in China or from India, we are very outgoing. We are like talking to people. Even in Italy, you know, we just go and talk to people. We hug people. But here it's a totally different culture. They need to trust you first. We for us it's like we hug first and then we trust people. You know.
And do you have met someone that you can totally have a easier contact like with the local people, or it's always when you want to approach someone from a local and they will keep a distance? Which situation will always met here in Germany?
We are all the time in the streets, and that signifies we find every day different person. We are both open mind. We talk with we meet each other only like this, only talking, and it's cool like this. But I find some little bit difficult to approach German people sometimes because they, like you say, they have little bit fear, or I don't know, maybe your clothes or maybe your German is not so good. But I see they have at the beginning something like a distance, and they need to understand. Okay, if you need the real help, or if you want really to communicate, because I've seen here all the people they search you, they communicate with you only when they need something, and this a little bit shit to me, because I really like the people, and you know, I'm with you only because of you, like person, not because I need something. And it's a little bit struggle, because you think at the beginning, okay, I make a new friend, and with time you see this friend wanted only a special thing from you, you know?
Understand.
I mean, also depends on people, because my experience again has been totally different. Because I always found really good Germans in a way, or maybe you always attract people like you in a way. Just kidding, bro. Just kidding. That's why I attract people like you. You're
attract
amazing.
The same vibe.
Huh?
Like you attract the same vibe as yours.
Yeah.
That's for
So
sure.
it's always like that. When you are in different situation or different position in your life, you attract different kind of people. Yeah.
Did you have some difficulties when you first time you came to Germany, and it's how did you set up your life totally in a new environment?
How was for you, bro? How was for you, bro, at the beginning?
Yeah,
Bro, it was pretty easy. I learned German like in 3 years. I came to the school, skipped one class. I came here when I was 10. Yeah, I make a lot of friends. We went outside, riding, doing sports. Yeah, it was not that hard to integrate into this culture. You know?
I have to say the same. Yes, it was not so hard. At the beginning, for sure, was for me a total new place. But I understand first that I need to learn this type of language, this language, because I could talk in English. And here in Germany, everyone talk in English. That's really fine. In Italy, in Sicily, even less.
Yeah.
No one. Maybe Italian, because we talk Sicilian. We don't
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
Italian. Maybe you find people that can talk Italian and not so good, not so correct. You can't expect people talk English in Sicily. But here, everyone. And at the beginning, it was fine because you can make your life and talk in English. But with time, when you go outside with people, everyone talk German, and you don't understand, and it's struggle. And so I decided to learn German, and in 3 years, like something like this, I learned this, and was even better. You need.
I think, you need to learn German when you're working, really. But when you are a student, I don't think so. You really miss that, because when you are in a university setup, most of people do speak English, and specifically if you work in a university or if you study in a university like Ulm, it's crazy, man.
Multicultural, yeah.
It's multicultural. Like, you find people from everywhere. Like, not kidding. Name a country and there is a person from there.
It's cool. That's really cool.
That's really cool. But again, little bit German system is, the bureaucracy is fucked up. Yeah, I think they don't have applications in English or even Microsoft in English. Everything is in German. I don't know what it's gonna go there, but let's hope.
Conservative.
No, the thing
It's
is,
open mind but conservative.
for example, like, for me, I work in English. I'm a researcher. Everything for me is in English. So they are still trying to change my Microsoft account from German to English language from past 3 months. They were not able to do that, man. They're still struggling with that. So I think, Germany needs to improve in those aspects. So, coming back to Italy and Sicilia, the food, bro. I was there for a week and I just had seafood, and that was so delicious. Not just seafood, other things too. So, how do you manage in Germany? Do you get those food or do you prepare by yourself? I can see the struggle on your face, but go on.
At the beginning was much struggle, but with time, I find my way. I learned what to buy, what not to buy, because at the beginning I see a big difference between vegetables, fruits, and meats. Because bread, pasta, it's all the same shit. But fruits, vegetables, chicken, meat, and eggs, something like this, that provide also are direct forms of nutrients. And you see, for example, in Sicily, we had fresh fruits, fresh vegetables on the trees. You walk and you have an orange, you have a apple.
Yeah.
And the animals are free. Chickens, cows are free. And we are a little bit brutal in this. We are not so fine. We are real brutal. You know, when you are a child and you see this rabbit like socks, they make this how to wear. It's a little bit brutal, but when you eat this, you really understand what are you eating, the vitamins, the nutrients you have from plants, from vegetables. And here in Germany, you buy fruits, meat, and you see are only water. It's not only Geschmack. It's not only taste. What I'm talking is like vitamins. I see these foods give me no vitamins. I don't eat this. When I'm in Germany, I don't eat meat, for example.
The thing is, what I figured out. So we all are into gym. We all want the best shape of our life. We want all the abs and everything. That's true. I mean, come on. We want to be healthy. That's our main goal. But we also want to look good. So here I struggle a lot to maintain my diet and everything. What to eat, what not to eat. I was in Sicilia for 1 week. I ate everything. And I had all the abs just popping out.
Yeah, because it's nutrients.
It's vitamins. Nutrients, exactly. There is something different. But also then you have this culture there. You go swimming almost every day. You are doing a lot of sports. You are walking around because city is so beautiful that you want to walk around. Man, that was such an amazing experience. Yeah.
Because you have sun, like you say, you make simple things. You make poor life. But poor life is the best life because we are not made for buildings. We are not made to learn in the shadows with screen on the eyes. We are made for walk, enjoy nature, to breathe fresh air and eat fresh things. For this reason, when you make these things, your body will be better, will feel better because you are making. What are you born? You are born for this.
Yeah, but Alex is still hungover from last night. You can see it.
Yes. It's
Are you okay, bro?
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, literally, you can literally see Alex is totally hungover from last night. Yeah.
It was a rough
So-
night.
So, Alex, what about you? How was your experience here with food? Because Eastern European food is really awesome, bro. Because I have been traveling so much, and right now I have been traveling to Eastern European countries. Man, I just love it. I want to go to Ukraine, but now Ukraine war is going on, but
You
can't do
shouldn't
anything.
right now.
Yeah.
The food is like you have some traditional dishes, of course, from Ukraine, which you used to eat like on a daily basis. And if you come here, it's just completely different. There's far less soups and liquid foods. And yeah, for me, food has only serves the purpose like to build lean muscle mass and stay healthy. So it's very important to actually inform yourself also about the contents of the food, the way it has been prepared, because in the long run it will affect your health on a serious level.
That's true, man. That's true. I mean, food is very important, especially water too. You need to drink a lot of water too.
We are food. We are only the food we eaten in the past. We are only the product of this food.
True.
If you eat shit, you'll be shit in somewhere. Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes.
True. So, coming back to the politics, I actually want to talk to you about, first of all, Alex will come back to the Ukraine for sure, but I want to talk about Italy. What?
Actually, I want to ask, because Sicily, especially this island, is such popular in China.
For real?
Yeah, really. In
Vegan
China,
orange.
no, not because of
Uh-huh.
that. Because of cinema, film. Like there are several like when the Chinese people when they think of Sicilian, the first thing in their mind is Godfather
Oh my
and
god.
Melina. Melina.
What's this?
Melina is it's a very famous film was
Uh-huh.
like the Monica Bellucci.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
and she was in this.
Okay, wait, okay.
Yeah,
But I think everyone loves Godfather. I mean, that's
yeah.
one of the classics.
And also the gangster, the mafia.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's Sicilia.
Yeah.
That's Sicilia
that's
for
a
you.
problem, because all the world
Uh-huh.
knows Sicily, like you said,
Mhm.
for Godfather, for
Godfather.
pizza, and for these things. And the problem is that we Sicilian people, we are like cool, okay.
But I think movies like Godfather inspired Western cinema to produce
Yes,
movies like this.
but it's a fake stereotypes, because
Hmm.
in these years, in these years was a lot of Sicilian people go to America with these American dreams. They thought the sea was made from milk. They thought carrots was so big, these fantasy things. And when they arrive here, they say it's normal life, but you have more chances, more possibilities. And what can we do good? Build houses and make gangster shits in the streets. And for this reason, the Sicilianish mafia in America was strong at the time and gave this background, this cultural background, and America used this to make films and shit like this, and all the world can't know us like gangsters, but not all the Sicilian person that go in America or that go outside are gangster,
Yeah.
Little bit we are gangster because we live in a context where you have to be gangster because all the people around you are like this. But it's normal for us, Sometimes I see, for example, the way I talk, the way I interact with people, it's direct. And some people have struggled with this and they think you are gangster.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gangster, but I learned to be like this because you have to be direct in some context. You can't misunderstand what you're saying because can there be a big problem.
Big problem.
This is a stereotype for Sicilian people, but
But it's the reality too.
it's the reality too. And what is the situation right now in Sicilian? Are there still mafia there?
Yeah, Sicilia is mafia, you know, Sicily is mafia. And they are in somewhere integrated in all Italian political stuff. And before, something like 50 years, 80 years was even bigger. Now it's present, but it's like on the background. It's not so
Not on the top anymore, like not in the
before,
limelight
because
anymore.
they had to make something, you know, in the shadow, because what
And-
too much movement.
And what are the most popular business for mafia? Like what are they living for?
Everything possible, you know. They are they use they are really talented on this shit, you know. Sicilian people are people that they want to make this beautiful life, and they think, how can I make this beautiful life? Maybe I have to go every day, work and struggle and have my pain heart, and it's a possibility. But maybe I can make the money I make in 1 month in today. You know, it's a lot better if you think on advantage. If you don't think it's legal, it's illegal. If you only think advantage, not for sure it's more advantage. I make this in 2 days, the same money I make in a month from hard work. And if you are rich, you don't need to make this. But if you need to make this, if you don't have other possibilities to buy things, you don't have other choice. And they, the mafia, they play on this position. They play on people they don't have choose. Because if you don't have choose and you need to make money for your family to live, you have to make something like
I
this.
mean, it's like a business thing, a sacrifice thing at the same time that you also need to provide for your family,
Yes.
you need to earn money.
We say more faster you make money, faster you die in Sicily. We say something like
Wow.
this.
Oh, that's deep, man.
But for tourists, it's safe to visit Sicily.
Some places are safe. Also, as a tourist, if you go in the place where go the tourists, you are safe. Maybe you can find something like in bar or restaurants. I pay €2 because I'm Sicilian. You're a tourist, you pay for the same things €8. You know, but
Yeah, that's
but,
why you travel
yeah.
with the Sicilian person.
Always.
But if you go in some places where tourists can't go, because you have to know this place. For this reason, I say you have to go to Sicily with person from the place, because it's a different life that you make as a tourist.
So we are going in July, right?
We can go, yes, we can actually go.
Man, like Sicily has been one of the best places that I have visited.
It's really beautiful.
Beautiful. I
It's
mean,
really beautiful. And
the old
you
towns.
learn a lot on the streets.
Yeah.
All I learned from the streets, because streets signify a lot of people, different people with different background, different experience, and you learn from these people. And you can be 6 years old child, but maybe you are the knowledge of 60 years old man, because
Yeah, I think, it's always good to be street smart than book smart.
yes, because we
Combination
live in
of both.
streets.
Depends. If you live in Sicilia, you need to be street smart more.
But if you combine these two aspects,
Yeah.
I say to everyone, if you live, I say all the people that are the same age to me, I say if you lived 18 year, 20 year in Sicily, you can live everywhere. You can really live everywhere, because you even seen yet everything.
So, Alex, what about Ukraine? I mean, what do you remember about Ukraine? Because now what we see pictures, like the country is totally destroyed, man. Because I have seen pictures from my friends who are from Ukraine, and the way they speak, it's heartbreaking. But the Ukraine used to be a very beautiful country. So, what are your opinions on this, and what do you think about it?
Well, the place where I lived was fucked up. You couldn't do anything there. You just go outside and you play in the ghetto with the kids every day. My mother was working like until 9 in the evening. Hard job to maintain me and my grandmother. Yeah, and I just went to school, and all the time we were outside playing, fighting. You grow
So this
up
was like 20 years ago when you, or like around 25 years ago.
around 18 years.
18 years ago, okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were back in Ukraine?
Actually, around 6 years ago.
Wow.
And
That's a
I
long
don't
time.
think that I will visit Ukraine again. I don't have any relatives left there. They moved away. And it's a dangerous place also, the place where I used to live. Like one time I was 6 years old and I was living on the 5th floor. And in the night you just look outside and I saw a man getting shot. Yeah, and then they just left the corpse for 2 days with white blanket.
Oh, so this was like Ukraine 18 years ago, or it's still
Yeah, bro, I was
always.
6.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. And then you see this corpse on the streets for 2 days. No one picks it up. I don't know. The system is broken, I think. Yeah, but you get tough in this environment because it's not like in Germany. It's
Man, it's so funny that, you know, when I see German news, so I have Google, you know, notifications and everything, which now I turned off for Germany because it doesn't make sense. The kind of news that I see or like get on my cell phone are the bike was stolen. There was this thing, small thing happened. There was a bar fight happening.
They have nothing to do.
They're not, I mean, what are they gonna?
Criminality.
Yeah, which is good, which is really good. We are safe totally here. But we come from countries like India where there is a murder going on, there is this going on, which is now totally gone. Like it's been reduced a lot thanks to the new government. But I can imagine, man, that a 6-year-old watching a murder, I mean, that can leave a different kind of imprint and trauma on your brain.
Yes, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I see the image clearly, man.
That's crazy.
And the weapon is not controlled in Ukraine.
Oh, it is controlled, but there are plenty of criminals. Yeah, some gang shit also. Yeah, they just walk around and do their business by hitting tires with the knife and threatening people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
The same in Sicily, bro. In Sicily, you can buy a gun for 40 euro. As a kid. 40 euro, you can buy a gun. 50 euro.
So what is your opinion that is like about what is happening right now about Ukraine-Russia war? Because, you know, somewhere Russia always used to consider Ukraine as their brothers and sisters, and the government just fucked it up.
I think the lives of millions of people are based on the emotional stability of the leaders, and yeah, well, they just should talk over this case and close it ASAP because it's not worth it, like killing millions of people for no reason.
But from where I see, I think Ukraine was or is like a collateral damage. So the real fight is between US and Russia. Like the Ukraine just became a collateral damage in between.
This is like a standoff of powers.
Yeah, exactly. And it always happens. Like you can see Iran, Iraq, countries like Syria, they have been used as a staging ground for battle between two superpowers.
That's really sad, bro. Only because of money.
Yeah, I think Ukraine was again a collateral damage that was used by two superpowers to fight for their own agenda. What are your opinions on what US does and why US is doing all this, you know?
For me, actually, I don't even invest time in watching all the politics stuff because I think this is a conflict in such a big dimensions that you as an individual don't have a big impact enough. Like you can worry, you can spend your time reading all this stuff and worrying and crying and being sad, but it won't change anything in reality. So I think you should just focus on yourself in this time and don't even watch this information.
I think
Matrix.
yeah, it's a part of Matrix. So I think you're right, but you know, somewhere it's really important to pay attention to the geopolitics because we as humans should be aware what is happening around the world. Because we are going to talk about money and investments, and the huge part of investments is also geopolitics. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I always emphasize when people ask me how to invest money, how to earn money. I always say, first of all, you need to be updated with the geopolitics, because then you can track where the money is moving. For example, right now, in my opinion, why US always does this is US is a collapsing economy. So it used its currency to demonetize the world itself. If you want to trade, you need to use US dollars, but not anymore. Because a few days ago, I was reading about this new article that China has signed some deal with neighboring countries to use yuan as a demonetizing currency. That was also India is also doing with rupees. So there are now 5 countries who will be using UPI, and UPI is one of the most powerful softwares around the world. You know, so the only way for US to earn money right now is weapons.
For sure.
Yeah. So I think that is one reason, because let's be honest, US always does what is good for US, not for the world.
Yes, they have focus on themselves.
Every
because-
state make this. Every state, but slowly, a lot of states are understanding to make also to go away, like you said, from US dollar.
I think it
Because
will
it's
happen.
a monopoly. Like, it's like
See, yeah, it's his monopoly, but somewhere US will find a way to again be dominant. They can try, because before I think the world was bipolar. So if you see the geopolitical scenario of 3 decades right now, the world was bipolar. There were only 2 superpowers, USA and Russia, USSR and USA. But now the world has become multipolar.
yes.
There is USA, there is Russia, there is China, and there is India. 4 different
And
parts
there,
of the world.
there are separate statements like Google, Amazon, Twitter,
Alibaba.
all these things are separate states, because you have to think we are going in a internet world, online world. Okay, now our base is on geopolitical places. America is a physical place, but Google is not a physical place. That signify potentially Google, Facebook, Meta, all these things with time can be a state, a government, a separate government.
I don't think so.
they
That will happen because these industries run on the regulations of the nations they are
for now.
situated in. For now, I don't.
But
I
they are
don't see
making
like.
money. They are making so fucking fast a lot of money that
And they have and in the future
Mhm.
the property is not money anymore, it's data.
yes.
So
Yes,
that's what
and they have-
Web3
they
is
have
all
now
about.
this data.
That's why world and governments don't want you to know this. Huge industries are now investing in blockchain. So blockchain is based on data practically. The Web3 is coming. We know that. Web2 is now outdated. We have so many problems with that. They have to come to Web3. And Web3 is based on blockchain. Now, coming to the blockchain, the best way of blockchain and to earn money from that is cryptocurrency. And what happened with Bitcoin and the fluctuation of money, that is also a reason why USA and countries don't want you to invest a lot in that, because they cannot demonetize it. I'm sorry, they cannot monetize it because that currency is totally demonetized. So coming back to the investments, Alex, you are a day trader, you trade a lot in stock market. So what would you like to talk about that?
Well, firstly, day trading is a thing which can give you freedom, and you don't ever will have to work again if you master the skill, if you find the right source of knowledge. And nowadays it's pretty hard to find someone who is teaching the right stuff, because there are only people on the market who want to profit from you and sell courses, sell some videos. And then in the end, you'll get frustrated when you invest your 1,000 euro and you get nuked in some minutes if you put on too high leverage. And I started day trading like around 1.5 years ago. For me, it's just the opportunity to escape the matrix, because if you're a day trader, you don't need to sell anything to anyone. You don't need to convince anyone. You just need your reasoning skill and internet connection. Yeah, and all the success is based only on you.
Time to learn.
Yeah, it's not based on the situation, like on the markets. Even if the markets drop completely, there's always movements in day trading. Like if you open a trade which is 1 minute or 2 minutes long and you put on 100 leverage, then of course you're gonna make
Exactly.
a lot of money. And I know many guys also which who are doing like 10Ks a day, and they are like 20 years old, and yeah, so it is working.
But what suggestions would you give to a person? For example, even I trade a lot, but I only trade in Indian market because it gives me a lot of high opportunities and access to more amount of money in a way, and the income is good from there. But you are a day trader, and there is only totally a opposite side, that is like long term trading, which I do. So what is better according to you? So for example, a person who works like 8 hours or 10 hours a day, for him, what do you prefer, day trading or long term trading?
In general, I prefer day trading because, like, I know you're tired, so you come home from work, you just want to chill. But if you invest like 2 hours daily, 2 hours, and you learn technical analysis, you learn the skill, then you can actually say why the price is moving that way or the other way. So it's not like going to the casino, it's completely logical. So you can
Yes.
There's a science
get on
behind
with
it.
Yes,
There's a total science behind
it's
it.
science based
And
for
Alex,
sure.
do you think like the politics will have a huge impact on the currency or the trends?
It always has. There is no doubt in that.
They have impact on the people who are getting the emotions, and based on the emotions they do their actions in trades.
For example, can you give us like audience like example how the politics have influence on the crypto currency
Or stock market.
stock market?
For example, with the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Like,
That's true, man.
yeah, man, like, you know, if the guys, if like Elon Musk says Bitcoin is going dump, bro, everyone who's having a long position, they close it. So
That's called the sheep trading, actually. They follow the sheep herd mentality. If someone is
yes.
investing in Dogecoin, everyone wants to invest in Dogecoin. Someone takes money out of Bitcoin, everyone wants to take out money from the
But
Bitcoin.
if you make this only because this person made this and this person have success, but if you make this 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, it's diluting, and you can have the same because this person make a risk. You can have win without risk.
But you also need to understand people like them. I'm not talking about Elon Musk, but people like Hindenburg. Let's talk about Hindenburg. They make money out of short like trading. They invest in the downfall of a company, not upward movements of the company. That's what they did with so many companies around the world. Also, that there was a huge Adani, crisis that happened to India, but they totally survived because there was nothing true to their research in a way. I think that was again a geopolitical move from where I see. Yeah, it was totally a geopolitical move. There are so many different aspects to it, but geopolitics does affect stock market in a huge way. For example, even if we talk about Ukraine and Russia war, everyone thought Russia is gonna go down. No, Russia is going fucking up. Have you seen the price of currency there? Have you seen the Russian currency price? It's just going up. It's just the world can, blame that Russia sanctioned, blah, 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 blah. But everyone needs oil.
I understand. And also in this situation, when the war started, the Ukraine war and Ukraine-Russian war, the Russian people and also Ukraine people, if they have money, they don't want to change to other currency, then they would but just buy the cryptocurrency, and they can move to other countries and still use this and without transfer.
Cryptocurrency doesn't work like that, first of all. But I get your point. That's one possibility of cryptocurrency, yes. But cryptocurrency is totally different aspect.
Yeah, I know. And but how? Why do you think like people will have strong faith in this cryptocurrency? Because it's not like normally the currency of the money that was printed by the central government. And why do you think that people will still have faith in this cryptocurrency?
Yeah, I think in the future,
Mm-hmm.
all the physical money will become obsolete, and we'll have only digital assets for many reasons. It's just more convenient. So it is the future, and people are slowly waking up and realizing, okay, that now in the moment there is no clear opinion of the mass. I mean, like, not everyone is convinced to the degree which is necessary to make the price stable in one price range.
You know, bro, but digital money sound like a trap to me, because, like you said, paper monies also are going away. We in some years we can only spend digital money, but that's sound like a trap to me, because the government don't want more liquid money because you can't control that. But digital money, you have a big control on digital money. That for me signify we are now not person, we are numbers. Okay, we are ID numbers. In sometimes we will be ID numbers with money numbers, you know. That's fucking crazy, because you will now have control of your life. They can control everything of your life, because if you don't have a work, okay, how can you spend money? How can you have digital money if you don't have a work? And if I say I only want to live with growing up my vegetables and my things, I can't.
I would love to do that, man. Just buy a house, invest money, and grow your own food. But I actually understand your point, and that's very deep. You know,
And
we are
like a
going to
trap
be
to me.
slave of government,
even
and actually
now.
we are right now. But I think so. It's again tangible and non-tangible. Money tangible is practically the paper
Yes.
money that you're using. Non-tangible
Yes.
is
Also,
cryptocurrency or stock market.
cryptocurrencies give you some way of freedom. NFT, something, blockchain, give you some way of freedom. But I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about government money, because cryptocurrencies are now not official money.
In a way, it is,
Maybe
because
some-
governments are charging tax on that.
Yes.
So they are trying to. They know that they have to do it,
Yes.
but they are trying to figure out a way to incorporate it into the system.
Because they understand they can build a new bank system, a new.
And it's required. I mean, the bank system is
required, yes.
failing, and look at the German bank system. It's fucked up.
It's a big trap. Yes.
Yeah, and it's not just about that, because as human civilization is planning to be a tier 2 civilization, so they want to move to Mars, they want to have colonies on moon. They can't trade in money with paper, they need cryptocurrency. And they also understand this, that cryptocurrency, which is based on Web3, is far more secured.
Yes,
It's
that's
not
true.
that is something that we need right now, because current system, the Web2, has so many flaws. People can hack anyone's account so easily, but with blockchain based Web3 version they cannot. So it will provide really high security for people in a way. Privacy issues will be gone, because Google is trying to do that, and I think that's the way forward for me. And anyways, we are in a way slave, but we can only try to be a part of something which is not associated with the metrics we talk about.
I'm really appreciate that you have you share us like two different opinions. On the other hand, the situation in China is cryptocurrency is totally banned. It's totally banned in China. So before there this mining farm in the west, deep west in China, where they have a huge water dam, and they can use the energy there and to run the crypto farm. Because the electricity there is have a low price, so they can benefit from it. Yeah, but later the central government found that because this is a digital currency, and you cannot trace that what who purchase or have or own the digital currency, and
Mhm.
and if they transfer and they also cannot trace the
But
track.
for
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
for now,
Mhm.
they will find a
Yeah.
way.
And in this way, instead of uh, permits allowing a totally uncontrolled digital currency, and the Chinese government and or central bank, they start to use their own, create their own digital
Yes.
currency.
Everyone is trying that.
Yeah.
Every country is trying that.
Mhm.
That's see
That's the
the
future.
new trend comes out and everyone wants to, you know.
Because like you said, you can make fake digital coin.
Yeah.
But now you can make digital fake money. And a
Hmm.
government want to have control on this money for sure. For this reason, they are making something.
And
like
it
this.
makes sense to have a control
have
on
a lot of
the.
sense.
You have
Yes,
to
for
pay
a government-
tax, of course.
It's
For a
about money
government makes sense
and
for
control.
sure.
Yeah. You have
It's about money and control. They want to regulate profit.
It's always like that.
Profits, tax. Sure.
Money and power is everything.
And also, like you see in Europe, people still use, especially in Germany, you have to go out with the money, the real money, like the paper money. But back in other countries, like in China, you just go out with your cell phone.
But
Everyone
see,
pay with
no. So this is a totally different aspect to it.
Yeah.
Germany wants to change it to the digital currency thing with their cell phones and everything. But we also need to understand that Germany has higher number of old people and very less, population of young generation. And that is the reason they are not able to move forward with this. And also, let's be honest, also that German bank system is shit.
Yeah, man. It's messed up.
It's-
I even worked for the Ergo insurance company. And dude, if you put your money on the bank in Germany and you save up like 100 euro for 40 years,
Anyways,
It's going down.
yeah,
The value is going down.
the inflation, it's just burning your money down. So at the Ergo, I had to sell
in Italy
the
is the same.
I had to
I
sell the
think in
contract.
Europe it's the same shit.
That's why people are investing more in US and other countries. And for me, I think India makes the best. But in India, again, you have a different rules and regulation. To invest in Indian market, you need to be an Indian.
You need citizenship.
Yeah, so you need a PIN number, which so there is something called Demat account,
That's
which
correct.
which only can be accessed by Indian. So
Or you have to marry it with Indian.
or you need to have a friend who is Indian who can give access to his account to you. I mean that also works, but that's not gonna happen. Don't come to me. I have my own account. Yeah. Let's move forward to a very interesting topic. Kusibi, you are a father. You are 26-year-old. You are a young father of a 3.5-year-old child,
Yes.
and such a nice and cute child.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's be honest. He's a cute one. Okay.
And you are the only father here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Unless someone calls you daddy. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, how your mentality, how your perception, how the way of life changed at the age of 22 and a half, probably when you became a father. What was the change?
Change a lot, change everything. And I can say a lot of people that know me before I was a dad. After these 3 years, because they know me, they say how what I make with my son, how I'm with him. And they say, bro, I never thought that you could be so a good father, because they know I was really crazy. I even now really crazy. I can give a tip to all the young people, but you don't need also, maybe if you are a little bit older, it's the same thing. By us in Sicily, the people say one time that you have children, you have to forget your past life and to understand now it's everything different. Okay, it's everything different, but you as a person, you have to remain yourself, because the problem is to lose yourself. And I had such a struggle situation like this, because you have to choose what is better for you and what is better for your son. And I know what is better for me, and I can understand what is better for my son, because he's my son and I want only the best for him. And I thought I can be an an actor. And a lot of people in Sicily make like this. And my family make the same with me. But the problem to be an actor with your children is that when you grow up and you understand and you start to understand the reality, you will understand that your parents will be actor for all the life. And that's hard because you are 20 years old and you thought, okay, I never know my parents. I never understand my parents because they had to act, because the society imposed they to act, to don't reveal what their real personality, because you have to be the perfect way for this child. You have only to show the best side, okay? And my parents make this with me. But at the same time, I lived in the street and I see the opposite side. I see the shit. And as a kid, you have this struggle because you can understand what the reality is. Because my parents gave me to introduce me to a rainbow reality. But when I go outside, I see it's all shit, you know. And I choose to be real with my son, to don't act.
That's more important.
That's don't signify to learn stupid shit, because I was young, I do alcohol, I smoke things, you know. I don't want to learn this to my son.
Yeah, you
it's
don't want
not
to teach
about this I'm talking, but I'm real with him. That signify, like I'm with Alex, like I'm with you, like I'm in this moment in this podcast, I'm with my son. I don't have to cover myself or to how can I say, to hide myself.
And all this kind of change just came out of
With
sudden.
time.
With time.
But you know, when you, I think from where I see, because we are the same age, the reality just changes in a second.
Yes.
You know, and you are forced to grow up so fast.
You have,
when
yes.
You know,
no one is born learned. No one is born dead or mom.
Yeah, no one is, and no one teaches you how to be.
Yes, it's not important. 20 years old, 50 years old is not important. But in the moment, you have this little creature in your hands, and you know it's yours. You made this. It's different.
I want to ask you, first of all, we move forward. I want to ask you two questions. What was your reaction and what came to your mind when you came to know that your girlfriend was pregnant? And what was your reaction, and again the same perception, when you saw your son for the first time?
When I knew she was pregnant, the first reaction was real joy. Was unexpected, but
Okay.
I was really happy because it was a particular situation. We couldn't have children. The scientists, the medicals say we couldn't have children. And we made for 4 years with no problem, you know.
Yeah.
But after these 4 years came this life. I was really happy, you know.
Wow.
Was crazy. In somewhere was crazy. We was both happy. The first 3 days I was really happy. And you think after 3 days your emotion go down, and you have to struggle with reality. This reality come again here. And you have to think, okay, I'm 22 years old. That signify I have to speed up.
Yeah, and you're a child, bro. 22 years.
I have to speed up my route, because since I'm alone, I can make everything I want with time, with this time I prospected. But now I have to make fast. I need a job, I need money, I need a structure, and all these things make you go crazy. Not the fact that you have a son, but all these things, because you know I had no job and it was my beginning in Germany, and in some way I was chill, because it was a moment where my past life was finished and I was ready to start my new life. And in this situation came a son. That's for me was okay. I was even ready to start this new life. Now I have to be ready and effective and to work hard. But this was only a problem that I had at the beginning, because when children are little, you have to pay a lot of things, because this pampy, because this something, a lot of money.
Lot of
But
money.
with time will be little bit more, less. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
you will find your way. I can
But
say
did
I can
did the
say my
government
way,
help
but
you here in Germany, because German government is usually paying for new kids when they are born?
German government gave me nothing. Gave it me personally nothing.
Wow. But for a
They
kid,
fucked
for a
up.
child?
They fuck me. Also, I have nothing from Germany. I'm struggling here since 5 years with no help, only with my hands. But for also we had the luck that my girlfriend was born in Germany, and she and my son, she have this security, this home, and all the
Okay.
thing they need. But I have to make the other parts. Also, it's important for me that um, today I go not so straight in this argument, because today it's a really difficult argument, and maybe some people can look this in a sexistic way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important when you have a family and there are both parents, men and women, father and dad. I think it's important to find a way to a secure way to guarantee this family a routine, money, and these things. And for nature, I think function better when the women cure the children and the home, and you as a man, you have the security. That's your home. That's in good hands, because this person, this woman, is the best person you can give your house and your children and these things. And I have all the rest struggle. I have this. I don't want that my women or my son have to struggle about money or about this or about this. I have to struggle about this. That's my job.
I
okay?
mean, in the end, men are always providers in the society, you know. You can talk about feminism, you can talk about anything, but when it comes to a child, when it comes to all of these things, man has to provide. Giuseppe, what about when you held your child for the first time in your hand?
That was a crazy moment, because I was in all the birth. I was there, and what I seen was like a horror film. I never seen something like this. And like we said before, in Sicily, in Ukraine, when you live in the streets, you are maybe 6 years old and you see a lot of shits, a lot of bloods, a lot of struggle, but I never see. And I thought I'm prepared to everything, and I'm really chill in every situation. I'm really chill, but it was fucking crazy because they had a cut. Also, my son is not normal.
Caesarean.
birth. Yes, his name is Caesar,
Yeah, yeah.
and they made a cut, but she was awake because they couldn't give this suppressor because was struggling. The child was struggling, and she was awake, alive at the moment. It was really crazy, and I hold her hand. She's like this, and she can't see nothing because they had a towel.
True.
She can see it, but for sure she can
Feel it.
But I could see everything. And at the beginning, it was crazy. It was everything crazy at the moment. And I remember the first time I say to my girlfriend was, "He have such a big balls, such a big balls." Also, he was a baby, little baby, but really big balls, bro. Really big balls,
That
like
kid's
mine,
bro.
bro. But
Oh
I'm
my
26.
god.
And I say all the time, "Baby, he have two fucking big balls. Is this normal?" So, and the medical, they say, "Yes, that's normal because of hormone, because of this
Yeah,
shit."
okay, yes.
Okay. And then we go upside with my son, and they had all the time with me without t-shirt because they need this contact.
Yeah.
And at the moment was a little bit shit because my girlfriend was in after
Yeah.
this situation.
Yeah.
and they say she came in 30 minutes. After 2 hours, no one came. And no one say me something. I can get info. No one will want to talk with me. You know, this was the 2 longest hour of my life because I have my son, and I didn't had news about my girlfriend about this, and I thought maybe she's dead. You know, I had a really
Okay.
bad feelings and things at the moment because you have a new life on your hands, but you think maybe it's a compromise, you know, maybe was a really bad moment. After 2 hours, she came upstairs. She was like Simpson. She was yellow. But at the moment, I say, oh, thank you. This moment was a really struggle for me because I was happy, but I was in struggling at the same moment. And now I can't say how I lived this moment because it was a particular situation. Because I had
My
good
God,
feelings,
bro.
but I had really bad feelings at the same moment, and
I mean, people usually go through this most of the times when they are 29, 30 or above. But kudos to you, bro. I mean, and you know, that's the beauty of this whole setup of podcast that we meet so many awesome people. We get so different perspective about life, and we all are going to go through this once.
It's really
You
cool
know,
what are you
probably
making.
you both will be first. I still have a lot of years left, hopefully.
Well, for me, it's kind of unbelievable to have children in such a young age.
For me, it was the same, but what
I
can
mean,
you
you
do?
can't do anything when condom breaks, it breaks.
Yes, bro, you have two chances:
Yeah.
remain or go away.
I mean, it's
not
crazy,
much,
man. It's
but if you
crazy.
have to remain, you have to remain. And if you go away, you can't sometime came back, you know. And we also with my girlfriend, we was in a situation. We love each other. We wanted to build a family. It's not this situation, but as a young person, I knew a lot of young boys. They make childs and they go away, and I have nothing to say about this.
No, that's
But-
really, really good that you stick around.
But if you go away, remain away.
Stay away.
That's my opinion.
Because I have a friend, she is Australian and she was a mother, I think, at 19. And yeah, the guy didn't stick around and came back after years, and it's hassle, man. It's not good.
It's hard.
What do you think? Both, because you all both are around 30 now, and you are gonna hit the age soon. So when you hit this like 30 years of age, and when you decide to have a serious relationship, kids, how does your brain work in that sense? Because I am a 25-year-old, like I have nothing to do with this right now for at least for 4 years, 5 years, hopefully. Let's just put it that way, hopefully. But you people are close to that now. So when you grow up, when you mature, of course, you want to earn money, you want to invest money, you want to have a good life. But there are different aspects to life itself, like having a wife or girlfriend, having a child. So what do you think about it?
Alex, you can go first.
He's like pushing Alex, you go first now.
Yeah, bro, so you should focus on building yourself up first before starting a family. Just get financial freedom so you can provide for your son and, work on yourself. But if you're good with 20, if you have your 400K with 20 years old and you love a girl, you love the woman, then why not starting a family if you can provide?
Everyone is not
If you
entertained.
can, for sure. If you can.
If you don't have like big obligations, like going to a bad paid job, and if you have the free time, then yeah, why not? You can travel around with your son, visit different countries, make a lot of experiences.
No, but do you ever think about having a child?
Yeah, surely, bro.
Sure.
But I'll wait until I find a woman which I really love. You know, this important thing. It's if you make a child, you should stay with the child and with the woman, and
True.
not just for 3 years and then leave the woman. No, man, you should really stay with the woman. And this is like a life obligation.
But
In some cases, it
yeah,
depends.
if you see that's like an obligation, you will have problem about this, because I had some problem like this, because at the beginning, like I saw this situation like an obligation, because the society, the context, the cultural way obligates you to make some choices before you can be happy with your family, because you need a good job, a good house, a good
I mean, responsibility.
responsibility signify even how even to provide this child knowledge, and for sure eating in a good place where you sleep. But we both lived in situation, for example, where we was not rich. My grandmother was not rich, but she gave me bread and sugar to eat, because we don't have nothing to eat. But the most important thing she gave me was the knowledge.
I think we should end the podcast now. But before ending it, we would like to ask you a few questions that we usually ask all our guests. So, both of you, what is happiness for you people? Alex, you can go first.
Bro, it's a deep question.
Yes.
Go on.
Happiness, yeah. It's the feeling when you know things are going the right way, when you have your purpose, your life purpose, and a big goal, when it's set up and you are moving in the right direction, then it can create happiness. There are many sources of happiness.
Yes.
Yeah, you can like take drugs to be happy, or just work on yourself and be happy, fall in love and be happy. But the end goal is to be happy without trying, you know, without any external source. Happiness is within you. It starts here. So the same thing with self-respect and self-love. You can't demand love from someone if you don't love yourself.
That's true, man. That's what we always say. That's what we always talk about too. What about you, Giuseppe?
For me, happiness signify to be present in the moment you are living, because you can be happy if you can't live in the present. For me, it's like this, because happiness is like a moment, and it's a feeling in this moment. And if we learned again, because in Indian culture, this really important, the moment of now, the present,
the now.
and maybe in Chinese culture, Oriental culture, that are really different from Occidental culture. You have this present moment, and in meditation, you learn to live this present moment. And only if you, first of all, only if you learn to live the present moment, after this, when you live the present moment, you will acknowledge yourself as happy. But only if you first of all learn to be present. Because if you think the only moment, if I ask to you, say such happy moment do you had in your life, you will every time explain a moment, a situation with the feelings you had in this moment, because in this moment you was present. In this moment you had no phone on your hand. In this moment you are watching no TV. You was present,
or reading a book or something like
yes,
that.
and enjoy this situation. And maybe you can remember the moment, what the weather was, the light, the animals are outside, or something like this.
Yes. And for example, there's another question we also use to ask our guest. And how do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know.
Bro, I see myself rich as fuck, living good life on a yacht. No, for real.
Andrew Tate life.
Yes.
Just kidding, man.
I feel that I'm on the edge to become something big.
In 5 years can change a lot of things.
Yes,
A lot of things.
Especially if you're day trading.
Yeah, man. Okay, so what is something that you used to value a lot before, but you don't value it anymore in your life?
Interesting question. Money. For me, is shit now. Right now, money is shit for me. I need money. I want a lot of money, but money is shit. I hate money.
Okay, what about you, Alex?
Something that I valued before.
Yeah, and you don't anymore.
and ego.
Ego,
was for me
yeah,
ego.
okay.
I was really focused on myself, but with ignorance also, not with this present moment, like I say, because now I'm even focusing on myself, but now I've learned to be present. It's a different self that I'm.
And
living.
I will it like I made my actions dependent on my emotional state. Like it's like everyone is doing, but then I actually stopped and just like even if you're suffering really hard and you have some things to do, which will in the long run lead to a happy and fulfilled life, yeah, then you shouldn't worry about your emotional state and just do it anyways every day and focus, keep going.
But what was something that you used to value and don't value anymore?
I valued my emotional state. Now I
But
don't.
not anymore. Okay, that's really good. So you being 30 years old and you being 26-year-old
I'm
father.
28, bro.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You being 28
old
years
yet.
old. Yeah, I made him old because yeah, okay. So he's like a big brother, you know. So it's fine. So yeah, what is one advice? What is one advice that you would like to give to people
One advice. Oh, that's a
that
big
will that
responsibility.
might change their life?
It's a big responsibility. I don't want this responsibility.
That's fair. That's fair. It's
Because,
okay.
like you said, an advice can change your life in better, but
Also destroy it.
also destroy it.
What about you, Lex?
Yeah, then just give good advices, bro.
That's a good point.
What's for me good, maybe it's
Maybe not good for someone
destroying
else.
for you.
True.
Maybe
So Alex,
it's
go on.
poisonous for you.
There are some fundamental advices which are right, which are like scientific, based on hundreds of years of research. Like my advice would be, you are what you think, and you are also the things you are doing daily. So if you have a certain goal, like to become a rapper or something, then you should rap daily and do the stuff, not just think about it. You should realize and act on your thoughts. And if you read a book, the information is worth nothing if you don't act on the information and translate it into the reality.
True. I think that's really important. Have you heard about David Goggins?
Yes.
I mean, recently I've been reading his book. You Can't Hurt Me. Man, this guy is such an amazing, mentor. I mean, he also says the same thing. You need to develop a routine. You need to have a discipline. You need to do this thing, no matter what. You are tired, doesn't matter. You are motivated, do it. Even if you are not motivated, you have to do it.
Yes. That motivates you.
That motivates you again.
Yes.
So, fitness, you need to be in some kind of fitness. And also, I think, movement is really important. I mean, we can criticize or we can love Andrew Tate for all he is or what he stands for. But he did give good advices to young
even
people.
a better example to follow. Respect a singer that do a lot of drugs and a lot of shits.
I mean, see, no one is perfect. Neither was he.
sure, yeah.
But you need to take everything with a pinch of salt. No?
The advice I can give is to understand that you are not at every moment the same person. They signify we change at every moment, and if in this moment you are feeling bad, you feel depressed, you feel with struggle, you have to enjoy these feelings. You have to understand these feelings and to accept these feelings, because in this moment your body, your perception need to be depressed, need to be like this, because you can learn and grow up from these bad feelings. But if you say, because this society want us every time like a sun, every time splendid, every time shining, but if you don't learn how to be bad, you can shine. Because a parallel example I can make is, for example, that diamonds are shiny, but diamonds is not even that carbon, compressed carbon. And only if you compress this carbon, only if you give stress to this carbon, you can enjoy the diamond. This is the same with us. Also, only if you struggle, only if you learn from bad decision, bad emotion, and you understand That's only a moment that you need this. And after this, you will go better. You will be
So
better.
true, man. So true.
So
Like-
I have this
like
thing
science,
that
like
in
a
my life
science.
which I follow. It's my motto. Evolution can be triggered at will.
Mhm.
So there is a scientific research done on this, that if you put yourself under pressure,
Mhm.
under stress, with a positive mindset,
Mhm.
your body is capable of upregulating and downregulating certain genes in your body.
Mhm. For sure, yeah.
The best example is again fitness.
Positive stress.
Positive. That's stress is never a positive and negative.
It's
Stress is
experience.
stress.
It's experience.
But it's
yes.
up to you, it's up to your brain. Either you can take it in a positive way or negative way. If I take a couch potato person who just wants to sit whole day for a run, 10 kilometers, he will cry. But if I take the same person who wants to change his life for 10-kilometer run, he feels like, yeah, man, it was tough, but I will do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, man, too much deep conversation. It was lovely having you both here.
Thank you to
And
invite me.
I'll definitely invite you both again to talk
With
about,
pleasure,
because
yes.
fitness, to talk about
More
science,
profound topics.
more profound
Yeah,
topics,
yeah.
because it's the beginning of the podcast, so we want to keep it deep but also light in a way. We will go into deep talks. We'll go deep into fitness. We'll go deep into spirituality, deep into books, in
Pleasure, yes.
Self-improvement.
self-improvement, anything that is
Yes.
related to self-improvement stuff.
Self-improvements mean all these things.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys.
And
Inviting.
it was a pleasure, man. It
Thank
was a
for
pleasure.
the people who are watching.
So, people who are watching, thank you for watching this video.
Thank you for following us.
Yeah,
Follow us on
and
Instagram, all these things.
and if you like the video,
Must.
okay, if you like the video, please hit the like button.
And subscribe our channel.
And if you want to give us some suggestions, and if you would like to say something, please comment down below. And do you both want to say something?
It was a nice pleasure, and I really enjoyed this time to confront ourselves, our ideas. And I find this, what are you making, guys, is a really important things, because give the possibility to all the peoples are watching to reflect on important things and to confront with different countries, different culture, because I think
Yeah.
we represent in some way different culture, but we live in the same culture now. And it's good to have this confront to give the possibility people and us at the first time to grow up in a better culture, because we have to be strong together. We don't need difference.
Yeah.
We are all
And-
the same.
And also we want to reduce and break the misunderstanding between culture and
Yes.
stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes it's difficult because a million years evolution behind this, but we are here.
Actually, we'll talk about that too, but in another podcast. It's a totally another podcast for itself. And yeah, thank you for coming. So,
Thank you.
see you next time for another video soon, next
See
week.
you guys. Bye bye.
See
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Hasta luego.